The years here on VoxWave News we have reported on the plight of Uyghur Muslims in China, with hundreds of thousands subjected to mass incarceration in the northwest of the country. Now researchers say the Chinese authorities are pressuring Uyghurs living abroad to spy on human rights campaigners by threatening their families back home. Refugees and activists say the tactic is tearing communities apart. And one refugee living here in the UK has been speaking to VW News Night's Sam Judah about his experience. A demonstration outside the Foreign Office with a dark twist. These Uyghurs want the government to speak up about human rights abuses in China, but someone has been asked to infiltrate their ranks, gather intelligence, and send details to the Chinese authorities. We're calling him Alam and sealing his identity. He is a refugee living in the UK. It was an audio called through WeChat. When they called me, I recorded it with my other phone. Alam has shared recordings of those calls. We've adapted a few to mask key details. We paid the visit to your family in Xinjiang. My colleague collected their details. If you want to see them, I can set up a video call. Yes, please arrange that. I just want to talk to them and find out how they are. I want to ask about anything else. Okay, no problem, I'll arrange. Alam was granted a very unusual video call with his mother. The officer connected them by holding two mobile phones facing each other. Through his screen, when I saw my mother, I couldn't contain my emotions. It had been 6 to 7 years since I last saw her, and it was an incredibly heart-wrenching moment. There was a price to pay. The officer wanted something in return. We've heard that the Uyghur activists are planning to meet next month. We want you to attend and find out what they say, especially the leaders. We know who they are. They took my family hostage, putting me through this ordeal. Even though I may appear fine on the outside, on the inside I'm suffering. It's actually an official political manual. A report published this year says 2/3 of the 400 Uyghurs living in the UK have been approached directly by Chinese police and asked to inform on their peers, cease advocacy work, or stop speaking to the media. This is about the way the Chinese government harasses and threatens Uyghur people abroad and tries to control their daily activities and their friendships. Most face threats and harassment from police and government officials, but all experience family separation. Uyghurs outside China offer a line to the international community. They can speak for those still in Xinjiang, telling the world about its internment camps, where the UN says more than 1 million people have been detained in the last few years. Alam refused to cooperate. And we understand that the vast majority of requests made by Chinese police are rejected by those in the Uyghur community. We approached the Chinese government for their comments, but they did not reply.